Emma Carter's day began like any other, with the soft chime of her alarm clock breaking the silence of her cozy apartment. The morning light filtered through the curtains, casting a warm glow on the bookshelves that lined the walls. As she sipped her coffee, Emma prepared herself for another day of lectures and research at the university. Little did she know that this day would mark the beginning of an extraordinary journey. Emma's passion for history was well known among her colleagues and students. Her office, a treasure trove of ancient manuscripts and rare artifacts, was a testament to her dedication. It was here, amidst the scent of aged paper and leather-bound volumes, that she found the first clue. While organizing her latest acquisition, a collection of rare books from a private estate sale, Emma's fingers brushed against something unusual. Tucked away in the pages of a dusty tome was a folded piece of parchment. Curiosity piqued, she carefully unfolded it to reveal an old, intricately drawn map. The map depicted a familiar landscape, but with curious annotations and symbols that hinted at hidden secrets. Emma's heart raced with excitement and anticipation. She knew she had stumbled upon something significant, something that could potentially rewrite history. Driven by her insatiable curiosity, Emma began to decipher the cryptic markings. The more she studied the map, the more convinced she became that it was no ordinary artifact. It pointed to a location she had visited years ago during an excavation in the countryside, a place known for its historical significance and ancient ruins. Eager to uncover the truth, Emma decided to revisit the site. She packed her essentials, including the map and her trusted notebook, and set off on her journey. As she drove through the scenic countryside, her mind buzzed with possibilities. What secrets lay hidden beneath the surface? What stories were waiting to be told? Upon arriving at the site, Emma was greeted by a sense of nostalgia. The ruins, though weathered by time, still held an air of mystery and grandeur. She carefully compared the map to the landscape, noting the landmarks and aligning them with the symbols. Each step brought her closer to the revelation she sought. Hours passed as Emma meticulously explored the area, her determination unwavering. Just when she began to doubt herself, her foot struck something solid beneath the dirt. She knelt down and brushed away the soil, revealing a hidden compartment. With trembling hands, she opened it to find an ancient chest. Inside the chest was a collection of documents, artifacts, and a diary bound in worn leather. Emma's excitement soared. This was no ordinary discovery, it was a treasure trove of historical significance. As she carefully examined the contents, one particular document caught her eye. It was a letter, written in elegant script, addressed to someone named Alexander. The letter spoke of a secret society, a powerful organization that had operated in the shadows for centuries. It hinted at their influence over historical events and their relentless pursuit of knowledge and power. Emma's mind raced with the implications of such a discovery. This was bigger than she had ever imagined. With the diary in hand, Emma made her way back to her apartment. She spent the night poring over its contents, piecing together the fragments of a forgotten past. The diary's author, whose identity remained a mystery, detailed their involvement with the secret society and the sacrifices they made to protect its secrets. As dawn broke, Emma knew she had only scratched the surface. The map, the diary, and the artifacts were just the beginning. She needed help to unravel the full story and bring the truth to light. Determined to continue her quest, she reached out to an old friend, Jack Mitchell, a private investigator with a knack for solving the unsolvable. Together, they would delve deeper into the shadows of history, uncovering secrets hidden in plain sight. The journey ahead was fraught with danger, but Emma was ready. She knew that the truth, once revealed, would change everything, and so, the adventure began. Jack Mitchell was no stranger to the world of secrets and intrigue. As a private investigator, he had seen his fair share of mysteries, but nothing quite like the one Emma had presented to him. The moment he laid eyes on the ancient map and the diary, he knew this case would be unlike any other. Jack's office was a stark contrast to Emma's. Where her space was filled with the echoes of history, his was a cluttered mess of case files, photographs, and hastily scribbled notes. He welcomed the challenge with a mix of skepticism and excitement, eager to see where this path would lead. Their first task was to authenticate the diary and its contents. Emma had already done preliminary research, but they needed to be certain. They consulted with experts in various fields, historians, linguists, and cryptographers. Each piece of the puzzle brought them closer to confirming the diary's authenticity and its connection to the secret society. The diary belonged to a man named Alexander Blackwood, a name that resonated through history as a figure of mystery and legend. Alexander was known for his intelligence and influence, but his true role had always been shrouded in secrecy. As they delved deeper, Emma and Jack discovered that Alexander had been a key member of the secret society, known as the Brotherhood of the Serpent. The Brotherhood was an ancient organization that prided itself on its knowledge and power. They operated in the shadows, influencing events and guarding secrets that could alter the course of history. The diary revealed the Brotherhood's involvement in significant historical events, from the fall of empires to the rise of influential leaders. Emma and Jack realized that they were not just uncovering a hidden history, but a legacy that had shaped the world as they knew it. The more they learned, the more they understood the lengths to which the Brotherhood had gone to protect their secrets. This was a game of power and control, and they were now players in it. Their investigation led them to the archives of a prestigious library, where they hoped to find more information about Alexander and the Brotherhood. The library was a labyrinth of knowledge, with shelves stretching to the ceiling and aisles that seemed to go on forever. Emma felt a thrill of anticipation as they navigated through the stacks, searching for the clues that would unlock the next chapter of their journey. As they sifted through the dusty volumes and fragile manuscripts, Emma stumbled upon a book that seemed out of place. Its cover was worn, and its pages yellowed with age. Inside, she found references to the Brotherhood, cryptic messages, and symbols that matched those on the map. This was the confirmation they needed. The book also mentioned a hidden vault, a place where the Brotherhood kept their most valuable secrets. Emma and Jack knew they had to find it. The vault was believed to be located beneath an old cathedral, a site rich in history and mystery. With renewed determination, they set off to uncover what lay hidden beneath the sacred ground. The cathedral stood as a testament to time, its Gothic architecture towering over the city. Emma and Jack felt a sense of awe as they approached, knowing that within its walls lay the answers they sought. They carefully followed the clues from the book, leading them to a forgotten passageway that descended into the depths below. In the dim light, they navigated through the underground corridors, their footsteps echoing off the stone walls. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and aged stone. Emma's heart pounded with anticipation as they reached a heavy, iron door adorned with the symbols of the Brotherhood. With a deep breath, Jack pushed the door open, revealing a chamber filled with relics and documents. This was the vault, the heart of the Brotherhood's secrets. As they explored the chamber, they found records of the Society's activities, detailed accounts of their influence, and artifacts of immense power. Among the treasures was a second diary, one that continued Alexander's story. It spoke of his struggles, his sacrifices, and his unwavering commitment to the Brotherhood. But it also hinted at a hidden agenda, a plan that could change everything. Emma and Jack knew they were on the brink of a monumental discovery, one that would challenge everything they thought they knew. Their journey was far from over. The secrets of the Brotherhood were vast and complex, and with each revelation came new questions and dangers. But Emma and Jack were resolute. They had come too far to turn back now. Together, they would unravel the mysteries of the past and reveal the truths hidden in plain sight. And so, with the diary in hand and the knowledge of the Brotherhood at their fingertips, they prepared for the next chapter of their adventure. The path ahead was uncertain, but they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Emma and Jack spent the next few days meticulously cataloging the contents of the vault. Each artifact, document, and relic was a piece of a larger puzzle, one that spanned centuries and continents. The Brotherhood's influence was far-reaching, and its secrets were guarded with fierce determination. One particularly intriguing item was a set of coded letters. The letters, written in an elegant but cryptic script, seemed to contain instructions or messages intended for members of the Brotherhood. Emma's expertise in ancient languages and Jack's knack for pattern recognition made them the perfect team to crack the code. They worked tirelessly, deciphering each letter and piecing together the hidden messages. The process was slow and painstaking, but their persistence paid off. The letters revealed a network of contacts, safe houses, and covert operations that the Brotherhood had maintained over the years. It was a web of intrigue that connected the past to the present. As they delved deeper, they began to notice a recurring theme in the letters, a reference to something called the Eye of the Serpent. The name appeared frequently, always in the context of great importance and reverence. It was clear that this eye held significant power, but its true nature remained a mystery. Their search for answers led them to a small town on the outskirts of the city, where one of the Brotherhood's safe houses was believed to be located. The town, with its quaint charm and sleepy atmosphere, seemed an unlikely place for a secret society. But Emma and Jack knew better than to be deceived by appearances. They arrived at an old, ivy-covered house at the edge of town. It was a relic of a bygone era, with creaky floorboards and an air of forgotten grandeur. Inside, they found remnants of the Brotherhood's presence, old books, faded maps, and a hidden compartment in the wall that contained more coded letters. One letter stood out. It was addressed to Alexander and mentioned a meeting at a specific location, a secluded grove in the nearby forest. The letter hinted at a significant event, something that Alexander had been preparing for. Emma and Jack knew they had to investigate. The forest was dense and quiet, the kind of place where shadows seemed to have a life of their own. As they made their way through the underbrush, following the directions from the letter, they felt a sense of anticipation and unease. The grove, when they finally found it, was a serene and hidden sanctuary. In the center of the grove was a stone altar, weathered by time but still standing strong. Carved into the stone were symbols of the Brotherhood and a depiction of the eye of the serpent. Emma and Jack examined the altar, searching for clues. It was then that they noticed a hidden compartment beneath the stone slab. Inside the compartment was a small, ornate box. Emma's hands trembled as she opened it, revealing a beautifully crafted amulet in the shape of an eye. This was the Eye of the Serpent, a powerful artifact that held the key to the Brotherhood's secrets. But its true power and purpose were still unknown. As they stood in the grove, contemplating their discovery, they heard the sound of footsteps approaching. Instinctively, they hid in the shadows, watching as a group of men in dark suits emerged from the trees. The men, members of the Brotherhood, approached the altar with a sense of reverence and purpose. Emma and Jack listened intently as the men discussed their plans. It became clear that the Brotherhood was aware of their investigation and was determined to stop them. The men spoke of a traitor within their ranks, someone who had leaked information to outsiders. Emma and Jack realized that their every move was being watched. With their newfound knowledge and the Eye of the Serpent in their possession, Emma and Jack knew they had to act quickly. They needed to uncover the true power of the Eye and understand the Brotherhood's ultimate goal. The stakes were higher than ever, and the danger was real. Their journey had taken them deep into the shadows, but they were determined to bring the truth to light. As they made their way back to the town, they formulated a plan. They would continue to follow the clues, decipher the codes, and expose the Brotherhood's secrets. The path ahead was fraught with peril, but they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Together, Emma and Jack would navigate through the shadows, uncovering the truths hidden in plain sight. The adventure was far from over, and the mysteries of the past were waiting to be revealed. Emma and Jack returned to their apartment with the Eye of the Serpent safely concealed in Emma's bag. They knew that the artifact held great significance, but they needed to understand its true purpose and power. The coded letters had provided valuable clues, but there were still many unanswered questions. Their first task was to research the eye itself. Emma reached out to her network of historians and archaeologists, hoping to find someone with knowledge of ancient artifacts and their symbolism. Jack, meanwhile, focused on the coded letters, searching for any references that could shed light on the eye's origins. Their efforts paid off when Emma received a call from Dr. Marcus Reynolds, a renowned expert in ancient civilizations. Dr. Reynolds had heard of the Eye of the Serpent and believed it to be a powerful relic from an ancient civilization known as the Seraphim. According to legend, the Seraphim were a highly advanced society that possessed great knowledge and mystical powers. Dr. Reynolds explained that the Eye of the Serpent was said to be a conduit for this knowledge and power, capable of revealing hidden truths and granting its bearer extraordinary abilities. The Brotherhood had long sought to control the Eye, believing it to be the key to their influence and dominance. With this new information, Emma and Jack knew they had to be cautious. The Brotherhood would stop at nothing to retrieve the Eye, and their every move was being watched. They decided to continue their research in secret, using Dr. Reynolds' expertise to guide them. The next step was to decipher the remaining coded letters. Jack's keen eye for patterns and Emma's knowledge of ancient languages proved invaluable as they worked together to unlock the messages. Each letter provided more insight into the Brotherhood's plans, and the significance of the I.1 letter in particular stood out. It spoke of a ritual, a ceremony that would unlock the full power of the Eye. The ritual was to be performed at a specific location, under precise conditions. Emma and Jack knew that this was their chance to uncover the truth and possibly put an end to the Brotherhood's influence. They prepared for the journey, gathering the necessary supplies and information. The location mentioned in the letter was an ancient temple hidden deep within a remote mountain range. The temple, according to the letter, was built by the Seraphim and contained the secrets of their civilization. As they made their way to the temple, Emma and Jack couldn't help but feel a sense of awe and trepidation. The path was treacherous, and the mountain range was known for its unpredictable weather and dangerous terrain. But they were determined to see their mission through. Upon reaching the temple, they were struck by its grandeur and beauty. The architecture was unlike anything they had ever seen, with intricate carvings and symbols that seemed to come to life in the flickering torchlight. The temple's interior was a maze of corridors and chambers, each filled with artifacts and inscriptions. Emma and Jack carefully navigated the temple, following the clues from the letter. They finally arrived at the central chamber, where the ritual was to take place. The chamber was dominated by a large, circular altar, surrounded by ancient symbols and inscriptions. With the eye of the serpent in hand, Emma began to perform the ritual, following the instructions from the letter. As she chanted the ancient incantations, the eye began to glow with a mysterious light. The chamber seemed to come alive, the symbols on the walls pulsating with energy. Suddenly, a blinding light filled the chamber, and Emma felt a surge of power coursing through her. Visions flashed before her eyes, scenes from the past, present, and future. She saw the rise and fall of civilizations, the secrets of the Seraphim, and the true extent of the Brotherhood's influence. When the light subsided, Emma found herself back in the chamber, the eye still glowing in her hand. She knew now what needed to be done. The eye of the serpent held the key to not only the Brotherhood's secrets but also the knowledge and wisdom of the Seraphim. With this newfound understanding, Emma and Jack knew they had to protect the eye and prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. The Brotherhood would stop at nothing to reclaim the artifact, and their pursuit would only grow more intense. As they left the temple, Emma and Jack vowed to continue their quest. They would uncover the remaining secrets, expose the Brotherhood's machinations, and protect the eye of the serpent. The journey ahead was fraught with danger, but they were ready to face it together. Their adventure was far from over. The secrets of the past were waiting to be revealed, and the truth was hidden in plain sight. Emma and Jack's journey back from the ancient temple was filled with silent contemplation. The eye of the serpent had revealed much, but there was still so much they didn't understand. They needed to delve deeper into the history of the Seraphim and the Brotherhood. Upon returning to their apartment, Emma and Jack decided to revisit the documents and artifacts they had found in the vault. There was one item that had particularly intrigued them, a hidden diary. This diary, they hoped, would provide further insights into the mysteries they were trying to unravel. The diary was bound in worn leather, its pages yellowed with age. The handwriting was elegant but slightly faded, indicating it had been written many years ago. Emma and Jack carefully opened it, eager to see what secrets it held. The first entry was dated in the late 1700s and was written by a man named Thomas Whitmore, a member of the Brotherhood. Thomas had been tasked with protecting the eye of the serpent and recording the activities of the Brotherhood. His diary entries provided a detailed account of his life and the secrets he had been entrusted with. As they read through the diary, Emma and Jack were struck by Thomas's dedication to the Brotherhood. He wrote about his training, the rituals he had performed, and the missions he had undertaken. But there was also a sense of doubt and internal conflict. Thomas questioned the Brotherhood's motives and the lengths they went to in order to protect their secrets. One entry in particular caught their attention. Thomas described a meeting with Alexander Blackwood, the author of the original diary they had found. Alexander had confided in Thomas about a growing faction within the Brotherhood that sought to use the Eye of the Serpent for their own gain. This faction, led by a man named Gregory Hawthorne, believed that the Eye could grant them immense power and control over the world. Thomas's entries became increasingly urgent as he detailed his efforts to thwart Gregory's plans. He described secret meetings, covert operations, and the constant threat of betrayal. It was clear that Thomas and Alexander were working together to protect the Eye from falling into the wrong hands. Emma and Jack felt a deep sense of connection to Thomas and Alexander. They were following in their footsteps, continuing the fight to protect the Eye and uncover the truth. The diary provided valuable clues about the Brotherhood's inner workings and the ongoing struggle for control. One of the final entries in the diary was dated shortly before Thomas's disappearance. He wrote about a hidden chamber beneath the Brotherhood's headquarters, where he had concealed important documents and artifacts. Thomas believed that this chamber held the key to understanding the true nature of the Eye of the Serpent and the Brotherhood's ultimate goals. Emma and Jack knew they had to find this hidden chamber. The Brotherhood's headquarters was a heavily guarded mansion in the heart of the city. Gaining access would be difficult, but they were determined to succeed. They spent the next few days planning their approach, gathering information about the mansion's layout and security measures. On the night of the operation, Emma and Jack approached the mansion under the cover of darkness. They had disguised themselves as members of the Brotherhood, using the knowledge they had gained from the diaries and coded letters to blend in. The mansion was imposing, its grand facade hiding the secrets within. They made their way inside, navigating through the dimly lit corridors and avoiding the guards. Emma's heart pounded with adrenaline as they approached the location described in Thomas's diary. They found a hidden door concealed behind a bookshelf. Just as Thomas had written, the hidden chamber was a small, dimly lit room filled with ancient scrolls, books, and artifacts. Emma and Jack carefully examined the contents, searching for anything that could help them understand the Eye of the Serpent and the Brotherhood's plans. Among the documents, they found a detailed map of the Brotherhood's network, indicating the locations of their safe houses and secret meeting places. There were also letters from Gregory Hawthorne, outlining his plans to harness the power of the Eye and use it to manipulate world events. But the most important discovery was a set of instructions written by Alexander Blackwood. He had foreseen the danger posed by Gregory and had devised a plan to neutralize the Eye's power if it ever fell into the wrong hands. The instructions described a ritual that would render the Eye inert, preventing it from being used for malicious purposes. Emma and Jack knew they had to perform this ritual. The Eye of the Serpent was too powerful to be left in the hands of the Brotherhood. They gathered the necessary materials and made their way back to the ancient temple, where the ritual was to be performed. The journey was fraught with danger, but they were determined to see it through. They reached the temple and prepared the altar for the ritual. Emma recited the incantations, her voice steady despite the weight of the task. The Eye of the Serpent began to glow, its light growing brighter and more intense. As the ritual reached its climax, the chamber was filled with a blinding light. Emma and Jack felt a surge of energy, and then the light began to fade. The Eye of the Serpent, once a powerful relic, was now an ordinary amulet. Its power had been neutralized, and the threat posed by the Brotherhood was diminished. Emma and Jack returned to their apartment, exhausted but triumphant. They had uncovered the secrets of the past, thwarted the Brotherhood's plans, and neutralized the Eye's power. Their journey had been long and dangerous, but they had succeeded. The hidden diary had been the key to their success, guiding them through the shadows and helping them uncover the truth. Emma and Jack knew that their work was not yet finished. There were still secrets to be revealed and mysteries to be solved. But they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that they had the knowledge and the determination to succeed. Their adventure was far from over. The truth was still out there, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. Emma and Jack's victory over the Brotherhood's plans and the neutralization of the Eye of the Serpent gave them a brief respite, but they knew their journey was far from over. The ancient relic, though inert, was still a significant piece of history and a potential target for those seeking its power. They decided to dive deeper into the past, hoping to find more clues about the Brotherhood's origins and future plans. Returning to their apartment, they started by organizing the documents and artifacts they had collected. The coded letters, the 2 diaries, and various relics were laid out on their dining table. Each piece of evidence was meticulously examined for any overlooked details. Emma and Jack were determined to uncover every possible lead. One document that caught their attention was an ancient scroll, written in a language neither of them recognized. It had been found in a hidden chamber along with the map of the Brotherhood's network. Emma decided to consult Dr. Marcus Reynolds again, hoping his expertise in ancient civilizations could help decode the scroll. Dr. Reynolds was intrigued by their discovery and agreed to meet them at the university's archaeology department. There, he carefully unrolled the scroll and began his analysis. Hours passed as he meticulously translated the text, his brow furrowed in concentration. Finally, he looked up, his eyes gleaming with excitement. The scroll is a historical record, Dr. Reynolds explained. It dates back to the time of the Seraphim, an ancient civilization known for their advanced knowledge and mystical practices. According to the scroll, the Seraphim were the original creators of the Eye of the Serpent. They used it as a tool to maintain balance and harmony in their society. Emma and Jack listened intently as Dr. Reynolds continued. The scroll also mentions a prophecy, a warning about the misuse of the Eye's power. It speaks of a time when the Eye would fall into the wrong hands, leading to chaos and destruction. The Seraphim believed that only a chosen few, those with pure intentions and a deep understanding of their wisdom, could wield the Eye safely. This revelation added a new layer of complexity to their mission. The prophecy suggested that the Eye's power could be reawakened, but only by someone deemed worthy by the Seraphim standards. Emma and Jack knew they had to prevent such an event from occurring. The Brotherhood, or any other power-hungry group, could not be allowed to exploit the Eye's potential. With this new information, Emma and Jack decided to focus on uncovering the history and teachings of the Seraphim. They hoped that by understanding the ancient civilization better, they could find a way to ensure the Eye remained inert and safeguard its secrets. their research led them to a renowned historian named Professor Eleanor Hughes, an expert on ancient mythologies and lost civilizations. Professor Hughes was fascinated by their findings and agreed to assist them. She suggested visiting a remote library in the Swiss Alps, known to house a vast collection of ancient texts and manuscripts. The journey to the Swiss Alps was arduous but filled with breathtaking scenery. The library, nestled in a secluded mountain village, was a haven for scholars and historians. Its vast collection of books and scrolls spanned centuries of human history. Emma and Jack spent days sifting through the library's archives, guided by Professor Hughes. They uncovered numerous texts about the seraphim, their culture, and their wisdom. One book, in particular, stood out, a comprehensive guide to the seraphim's teachings, written in the same ancient language as the scroll. With Professor Hughes' help, they translated the book. It detailed the seraphim's philosophy, their understanding of the universe, and their mystical practices. The book also provided insights into the creation of the eye of the serpent and its intended purpose. The seraphim believed that the eye was a conduit for their collective consciousness, a way to channel their knowledge and wisdom to future generations. They had imbued the eye with a powerful enchantment, ensuring that only those with pure hearts and minds could harness its full potential. Emma and Jack realized that the key to protecting the eye lay in understanding and preserving the seraphim's teachings. They decided to create a comprehensive archive of their findings, hoping to share this knowledge with trusted scholars and historians who could help protect the eye's secrets. Their work was interrupted one evening by an unexpected visitor. A man, dressed in a weathered cloak, approached them at the library. He introduced himself as Lucas Grant, a former member of the Brotherhood who had defected years ago. Lucas had heard of their investigation and wanted to help. Lucas revealed that he had been a high-ranking member of the Brotherhood, privy to many of their secrets. He confirmed that Gregory Hawthorne's faction was still active, seeking a way to reactivate the Eye of the Serpent. Lucas had left the Brotherhood after realizing the true extent of their ambitions and the danger they posed to the world. That he offered to share his knowledge and assist them in their quest to protect the Eye. Emma and Jack were initially cautious but decided to trust Lucas, seeing the sincerity in his eyes. Lucas provided valuable insights into the Brotherhood's current activities and their plans to locate other ancient artifacts linked to the Seraphim. Together, they formulated a plan to disrupt the Brotherhood's operations and safeguard the Eye. They would use the knowledge they had gathered to stay one step ahead of Gregory's faction, thwarting their attempts to seize control of the Eye and other relics. Emma, Jack, and Lucas returned to their apartment in the city, where they set up a secure base of operations. With their combined knowledge and skills, they began to track the Brotherhood's movements, intercepting communications, and gathering intelligence. Their efforts paid off when they discovered a plan to raid a museum in Paris, where an ancient artifact believed to be connected to the Seraphim was on display. Emma, Jack, and Lucas traveled to Paris, determined to prevent the Brotherhood from acquiring the artifact. The museum was a grand building, its halls filled with priceless treasures from around the world. Emma and Jack, posing as visitors, carefully observed the security measures in place. Lucas, using his insider knowledge, identified the Brotherhood's operatives and their intended target, a beautifully crafted golden amulet. As night fell, the museum's security staff began their rounds, unaware of the impending threat. Emma, Jack, and Lucas moved into position, ready to intercept the Brotherhood's operatives. They watched as the operatives disabled the security systems and approached the display case containing the amulet. Emma signaled to Jack and Lucas, and they sprang into action. A tense confrontation ensued, with the Brotherhood's operatives caught off guard by the unexpected resistance. Emma's quick thinking and Jack's combat skills proved invaluable as they subdued the operatives and secured the amulet. With the artifact safely in their possession, they quickly left the museum, leaving the authorities to deal with the captured operatives. Back at their apartment, they examined the amulet, recognizing the same symbols and craftsmanship as the Eye of the Serpent. This artifact, too, was a relic of the Seraphim, imbued with mystical properties. Their victory in Paris was a significant blow to the Brotherhood, but Emma, Jack, and Lucas knew that their fight was far from over. The Brotherhood's network was vast, and their resources were formidable. But with each step, they were getting closer to uncovering the full extent of the Seraphim's legacy and protecting it from those who sought to exploit it. As they prepared for the next phase of their mission, Emma and Jack reflected on their journey. They had come a long way from their initial discovery of the Eye of the Serpent, facing countless dangers and uncovering ancient secrets. With Lucas's help, they were more determined than ever to continue their quest. The echoes of the past resonated in their hearts, guiding them forward. The Seraphim's wisdom and teachings were a beacon of hope, a reminder of the importance of protecting knowledge and using it for the greater good. Emma, Jack, and Lucas were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, united in their mission to safeguard the secrets hidden in plain sight. With their newfound ally Lucas Grant, Emma and Jack felt a renewed sense of purpose. Their mission to protect the Seraphim's legacy and keep the Eye of the Serpent safe from the Brotherhood had taken on a new urgency. The successful thwarting of the Brotherhood's plans in Paris was just the beginning. They knew that Gregory Hawthorne and his faction would not be deterred so easily. Back at their apartment, the trio analyzed the amulet they had retrieved from the Paris Museum. The symbols and craftsmanship were strikingly similar to the Eye of the Serpent. Lucas believed that the amulet, like the eye, was an artifact of the Seraphim, holding significant power and knowledge. Lucas shared more about his past with the Brotherhood, providing crucial insights into their operations. He explained that Gregory's faction was searching for other Seraphim artifacts, each one potentially holding a piece of the puzzle that could unlock the Eye's power once again. The Brotherhood believed that by gathering these artifacts, they could harness the Seraphim's knowledge and use it to dominate the world. Emma and Jack decided to focus on locating these artifacts before the Brotherhood could get their hands on them. They had a lead on another artifact, a mysterious crystal skull said to be hidden in a remote temple in the Amazon rainforest. According to Lucas, this skull was believed to be a key component in the Seraphim's ancient technology. The journey to the Amazon was long and arduous. They traveled through dense jungles, battling the elements and avoiding dangerous wildlife. Lucas's knowledge of the Brotherhood's tactics proved invaluable, helping them navigate the treacherous terrain and avoid potential traps. After days of trekking through the jungle, they finally reached the temple. It was an imposing structure, hidden beneath layers of vines and moss. The entrance was guarded by intricate carvings depicting the Seraphim's history and their connection to the natural world. Inside the temple, the air was thick with mystery and anticipation. The walls were adorned with ancient symbols and inscriptions, similar to those they had seen in the hidden chamber beneath the Brotherhood's headquarters. They carefully made their way through the dark, winding corridors, their footsteps echoing in the silence. As they ventured deeper into the temple, they encountered a series of puzzles and traps designed to protect the crystal skull. Emma's keen intellect and Jack's physical prowess were put to the test as they solved the riddles and navigated the obstacles. Lucas, with his deep understanding of the Brotherhood's methods, guided them through the most dangerous parts. Finally, they reached the inner sanctum of the temple. In the center of the room, bathed in an ethereal glow, sat the crystal skull. It was a magnificent artifact, its translucent surface shimmering with an otherworldly light. Emma and Jack approached it cautiously, aware of the power it held. As Emma reached out to touch the skull, a sudden noise broke the silence. They turned to see a group of Brotherhood operatives emerging from the shadows, weapons drawn. Gregory Hawthorne himself stepped forward, a triumphant smile on his face. "Thank you for leading us here," Gregory said, his voice dripping with malice. "We've been following you since Paris. You've done all the hard work for us." Emma's heart sank as she realized they had been betrayed. One of their contacts in Paris must have tipped off the Brotherhood about their plans. She glanced at Jack and Lucas, who both wore expressions of grim determination. "You won't get away with this, Gregory," Emma said, stepping protectively in front of the crystal skull. Gregory laughed. "Oh, but I already have. The Eye of the Serpent, the amulet, and now the crystal skull. Soon, we will have all the artifacts, and their power will be ours." Before Emma could react, a gunshot rang out. Lucas cried out in pain and fell to the ground, clutching his side. Jack lunged at the nearest operative, disarming him with a swift, precise movement. The room erupted into chaos as Emma and Jack fought to protect the crystal skull. Despite their best efforts, the Brotherhood's operatives overwhelmed them. Gregory seized the crystal skull and ordered his men to secure Emma and Jack. Bound and helpless, they could only watch as Gregory and his operatives left the temple, taking the crystal skull with them. As the dust settled, Emma and Jack managed to free themselves from their restraints. Lucas, though injured, was still conscious. They helped him to his feet and quickly left the temple, determined to regroup and find a way to stop Gregory. Back in the jungle, they set up a makeshift camp to tend to Lucas's wound. He was in pain but insisted he could continue. Emma admired his resilience and commitment to their cause. They discussed their next steps, knowing that they had to move quickly to prevent Gregory from obtaining more artifacts. Emma suggested reaching out to their allies, historians, archaeologists, and former Brotherhood members who might have information about the remaining artifacts. They needed all the help they could get to stay ahead of Gregory and his faction. Their journey took them across continents, from the deserts of Egypt to the mountains of Tibet. Along the way, they uncovered more clues about the Seraphim and their ancient knowledge. They found hidden temples, secret chambers, and lost manuscripts, each piece of the puzzle bringing them closer to understanding the true purpose of the artifacts. During their travels, they encountered other groups also searching for the artifacts. Some were scholars dedicated to preserving history, while others were treasure hunters seeking fortune. Emma and Jack had to navigate these alliances carefully, unsure of who they could trust. In the mountains of Tibet, they discovered an ancient monastery that housed another Seraphim artifact, a golden staff said to possess immense power. The monks who guarded the monastery welcomed them and shared their knowledge of the Seraphim's teachings. the monks revealed that the golden staff was the final key needed to unlock the eye of the serpent's full potential. They warned Emma and Jack of the consequences if the Brotherhood succeeded in gathering all the artifacts. The balance of power in the world would be irrevocably altered, and the knowledge of the Seraphim could be used for devastating purposes. Emma and Jack knew they had to protect the staff at all costs. They devised a plan with the monks to create a decoy and lead the Brotherhood away from the real artifact. It was a risky strategy, but it was their best chance to keep the staff safe. As they prepared for the confrontation with the Brotherhood, Emma and Jack reflected on their journey. They had faced countless dangers, uncovered ancient secrets, and forged strong alliances. They were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that they were fighting for a cause greater than themselves. The echoes of the past guided them forward, their mission clear. The Seraphim's wisdom and knowledge were a legacy worth protecting, a beacon of hope in a world teetering on the brink of chaos. Emma, Jack, and Lucas stood united, ready to face the Brotherhood and ensure that the secrets of the Seraphim remained hidden in plain sight. As Emma, Jack, and Lucas prepared to confront the Brotherhood in the mountains of Tibet, they knew that their mission had reached a critical juncture. The fate of the Seraphim artifacts and the balance of power in the world hung in the balance. With the knowledge they had gathered and the allies they had made, they were determined to make their stand against Gregory Hawthorne and his faction. The monastery, nestled high in the mountains, was a serene sanctuary surrounded by rugged peaks and pristine snow. Emma and Jack worked closely with the monks to fortify the monastery's defenses and prepare for the Brotherhood's inevitable attack. Lucas, still nursing his wound from their encounter in the Amazon, provided valuable insights into the Brotherhood's tactics and strategies. Days passed as they waited for the Brotherhood to arrive. The tension in the air was palpable, each moment filled with anticipation and apprehension. Emma, Jack, and Lucas spent their time honing their skills, knowing that they would need to be at their best to face Gregory and his well-trained operatives. Finally, on a cold, misty morning, the Brotherhood's forces appeared on the horizon. A small army of mercenaries, armed to the teeth and led by Gregory himself, marched towards the monastery with grim determination. Emma and Jack stood side by side at the monastery gates, ready to defend it with their lives. The battle that ensued was fierce and relentless. The mercenaries launched a coordinated assault, their weapons flashing in the sunlight as they charged towards the monastery walls. Emma, Jack, and Lucas fought valiantly, using every skill and tactic they had learned on their journey. The monks joined the fray, their martial prowess surprising the Brotherhood's operatives. Together, they formed a formidable defense, holding off wave after wave of attackers. But the Brotherhood's forces were relentless, their numbers seemingly endless. As the battle raged on, Emma and Jack caught glimpses of Gregory amidst the chaos. He fought with a ruthless determination, his eyes burning with a fanatical zeal. He was determined to seize the Seraphim artifacts at any cost, regardless of the destruction it wrought. With each passing moment, the monastery walls began to crumble under the onslaught. Emma knew they couldn't hold out much longer. They needed to find a way to turn the tide of battle and defeat Gregory once and for all. In a desperate gamble, Emma and Jack decided to confront Gregory directly. They fought their way through the throngs of mercenaries, their determination fueling their every move. Lucas provided cover fire, keeping the Brotherhood's operatives at bay as they made their way towards their target. Finally, they reached the heart of the battle, where Gregory stood surrounded by his most loyal followers. His eyes widened in surprise as he saw Emma and Jack approaching, determination blazing in their eyes. "You've come to stop me, I presume," Gregory sneered, brandishing a gleaming sword. Emma nodded, her voice steady despite the chaos around them. "We won't let you lay your hands on the Seraphim artifacts, Gregory. The power they hold is too great to be wielded by someone like you." Gregory laughed, the sound echoing through the battlefield. "You think you can stop me? You're nothing but insects compared to the might of the Brotherhood. With the artifacts in our possession, we will reshape the world in our image." With a roar, Gregory lunged at them, his sword slashing through the air with deadly precision. Emma and Jack fought back, their movements fluid and coordinated. They matched Gregory blow for blow, their determination unwavering. The battle raged on, each clash of steel sending sparks flying. Emma and Jack could feel the weight of the Seraphim artifacts hanging in the balance. They knew that their fight was not just for their own survival, but for the fate of the world itself. With a final, desperate effort, Emma and Jack managed to disarm Gregory, sending his sword clattering to the ground. He stumbled backward, his face contorted in rage and disbelief. You can't stop me," Gregory gasped, blood dripping from a wound on his shoulder. "The Brotherhood will prevail," but before he could finish his sentence, a blinding light filled the battlefield. Emma and Jack shielded their eyes, their hearts pounding with anticipation. When the light subsided, they saw that Gregory and his followers had vanished, leaving only scorched earth in their wake. The battle was over, but the fate of the Seraphim artifacts remained uncertain. As Emma and Jack surveyed the aftermath of the battle, they realized that the artifacts were gone. Gregory may have been defeated, but he had succeeded in his ultimate goal, to seize the power of the Seraphim for himself. Despite their loss, Emma and Jack refused to give up hope. They knew that their fight was far from over. The echoes of the past guided them forward, their mission clear. They would continue to search for the Seraphim artifacts, knowing that their knowledge and power must be protected at all costs. With Lucas by their side and the support of their allies, Emma and Jack vowed to carry on their quest. The secrets hidden in plain sight would not remain hidden forever. The truth would be revealed, and the legacy of the Seraphim would endure, a beacon of hope in a world filled with darkness. In the aftermath of the battle at the monastery, Emma, Jack, and Lucas were left grappling with the devastating loss of the Seraphim artifacts to Gregory Hawthorne and the Brotherhood. The once serene sanctuary lay in ruins, a stark reminder of the fierce struggle that had taken place. As they surveyed the wreckage, Emma felt a sense of despair wash over her. The artifacts, imbued with the wisdom and power of the Seraphim, were now in the hands of their sworn enemies. The balance of power in the world had shifted, and the consequences could be catastrophic. But amidst the rubble and destruction, Emma also felt a flicker of determination ignite within her. She refused to let Gregory's betrayal and the loss of the artifacts deter their mission. The echoes of the past still resonated in her heart, guiding her forward. "We can't give up now," Emma said, her voice firm with resolve. "We may have lost the artifacts, but we still have each other and the knowledge we've gathered along the way. We need to regroup and find a new way forward." Jack nodded in agreement, his gaze steely with determination. Emma's right. We can't let Gregory and the Brotherhood dictate the course of history. We need to uncover the truth behind the Seraphim and their legacy, no matter what. Lucas, though still recovering from his injuries, nodded in silent agreement. His eyes reflected a mixture of pain and determination, a testament to his unwavering commitment to their cause. With renewed purpose, Emma, Jack, and Lucas set out to gather their allies and plan their next move. They reached out to trusted contacts in the academic and archaeological communities, seeking support and information that could aid them in their quest. Their efforts led them to a remote research facility in the Swiss Alps, where a team of scientists and historians was studying ancient artifacts and deciphering ancient texts. The facility, hidden from prying eyes, served as a sanctuary for those dedicated to uncovering the secrets of the past. The team welcomed Emma, Jack, and Lucas with open arms, eager to assist them in their mission. They shared their latest findings and offered valuable insights into the Seraphim and their enigmatic civilization. One researcher, Dr. Elena Martinez, revealed that she had uncovered a series of ancient manuscripts hidden deep within the facility's archives. These manuscripts, written in a language similar to the one used by the Seraphim, contained cryptic prophecies and warnings about the future of humanity. As Emma, Jack, and Lucas studied the manuscripts, they realized that the Seraphim had foreseen the rise of the Brotherhood and the threat they posed to the world. The prophecies spoke of a chosen few who would rise to challenge the darkness and restore balance to the world. Emma felt a surge of hope as she read the prophecies. Perhaps they were the chosen few spoken of in the ancient texts, destined to carry on the legacy of the Seraphim and protect their knowledge from falling into the wrong hands. With the support of their allies and the newfound knowledge from the manuscripts, Emma, Jack, and Lucas set out on a new journey, a journey to uncover the truth behind the Seraphim and their legacy, and to reclaim the artifacts stolen by the Brotherhood. Their path was fraught with danger and uncertainty, but they faced it with courage and determination. The echoes of the past guided them forward, their mission clear. They would not rest until the secrets hidden in plain sight were revealed, and the legacy of the Seraphim was safeguarded for future generations. With renewed determination and a clearer sense of purpose, Emma, Jack, and Lucas embarked on their next phase of the quest. Armed with the knowledge gleaned from the ancient manuscripts and the support of their allies, they set out to uncover more clues about the Seraphim and their artifacts. Their journey took them across continents once again, from ancient ruins in the deserts of Egypt to hidden monasteries in the mountains of Tibet. Each location held its own mysteries and secrets, waiting to be unlocked. In Egypt, they explored the remnants of an ancient temple dedicated to the worship of the Seraphim. The hieroglyphs on the temple walls told stories of a time when the Seraphim walked among mortals, sharing their knowledge and wisdom. Among the ruins, they discovered a series of intricate puzzles and riddles, designed to test the worthiness of those seeking the Seraphim's blessings. With their combined skills and knowledge, Emma, Jack, and Lucas deciphered the puzzles and unlocked the hidden chambers within the temple. Inside, they found artifacts and relics dating back to the time of the Seraphim, each one imbued with a sense of ancient power and mystery. These artifacts offered tantalizing clues about the Seraphim civilization and their connection to the world. Their journey then led them to the remote Himalayan mountains, where they encountered a group of monks who claimed to be descendants of the Seraphim. These monks had preserved the teachings and traditions of their ancestors for generations, passing down the knowledge from master to disciple. Under the guidance of the monks, Emma, Jack, and Lucas delved deeper into the mysteries of the seraphim. They studied ancient texts and manuscripts, learning about the seraphim's philosophy, their understanding of the universe, and their mystical practices. The monks revealed that the seraphim had left behind a series of trials and tests, hidden across the world, to challenge those who sought to unlock the full potential of their artifacts. These trials were designed to test the courage, wisdom, and purity of heart of those who dared to undertake them. Determined to prove themselves worthy of the seraphim's blessings, Emma, Jack, and Lucas set out to complete the trials. From the depths of the ocean to the heights of the mountains, they faced perilous challenges and overcame seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Their journey tested their resolve and strengthened their bond as they faced dangers and adversaries at every turn. But with each trial they completed, they grew closer to unlocking the true power of the seraphim artifacts and fulfilling their destiny. As they journeyed onward, Emma, Jack, and Lucas were filled with a sense of purpose and determination. The echoes of the past guided them forward, their mission clear. They would continue to seek out the secrets hidden in plain sight, knowing that their quest was far from over. As Emma, Jack, and Lucas delved deeper into their quest to unlock the secrets of the seraphim, they began to notice a pattern emerging. Clues and artifacts they encountered across the globe pointed to a convergence, a coming together of forces and energies that would shape the destiny of the world. Their research led them to a remote island in the Pacific Ocean, rumored to be the site of a hidden seraphim sanctuary. According to ancient texts, this sanctuary was a place of great power, where the energies of the universe intersected, creating a focal point of immense significance. With the help of their allies and the knowledge they had gathered, Emma, Jack, and Lucas set out to uncover the secrets of the island. They braved treacherous waters and fierce storms, guided by the ancient maps and manuscripts they had acquired. When they finally reached the island, they were awestruck by its beauty and mystery. Lush jungles, towering cliffs, and pristine beaches stretched out before them, shrouded in an aura of ancient magic. As they explored the island, they encountered remnants of the seraphim's civilization, crumbling ruins, intricate carvings, and hidden chambers filled with relics of a bygone era. It was clear that this island held the key to unlocking the full potential of the seraphim artifacts. Their journey led them to a sacred temple at the heart of the island, where they discovered a series of intricate mechanisms and symbols. These symbols, they realized, were a map of the stars, a celestial chart that revealed the alignment of the planets and constellations at specific points in time. With the help of the monks' teachings and their own intuition, Emma, Jack, and Lucas deciphered the celestial chart and uncovered its true purpose. It was a guide to a rare cosmic event, a convergence of celestial energies that occurred once every 1,000 years, aligning the planets and stars in a unique configuration. According to ancient prophecy, this convergence held the key to unlocking the true power of the seraphim artifacts. It was a moment of great significance, when the energies of the universe would converge, creating a gateway to other realms and dimensions. Realizing the importance of this cosmic event, Emma, Jack, and Lucas made preparations to witness the convergence firsthand. They gathered their allies and prepared to defend the island against any who sought to exploit its power for nefarious purposes. As the appointed time drew near, the island was engulfed in a whirlwind of energy and light. The sky shimmered with a kaleidoscope of colors, and the air crackled with electricity. Emma, Jack, and Lucas stood at the heart of the temple, their hearts pounding with anticipation. And then, it happened. The planets aligned, and the stars formed intricate patterns in the sky. A beam of light shot down from the heavens, illuminating the temple and the artifacts within. With a sense of awe and wonder, Emma, Jack, and Lucas watched as the artifacts began to resonate with the energy of the convergence. The eye of the serpent glowed with an otherworldly light, and the crystal skull pulsed with power. In that moment, they felt a connection to something greater than themselves, a cosmic force that transcended time and space. It was as if they were touching the very fabric of reality itself, unlocking the secrets of the universe. As the convergence reached its peak, Emma, Jack, and Lucas felt a surge of energy wash over them. They closed their eyes and embraced the moment, knowing that they were witnessing something truly extraordinary. When the convergence finally ended, the island fell silent once more. Emma, Jack, and Lucas opened their eyes, their hearts filled with a sense of awe and reverence. They knew that they had witnessed something sacred, something that would change the course of history forever. With the power of the convergence now at their disposal, Emma, Jack, and Lucas set out to fulfill their destiny. The echoes of the past guided them forward, their mission clear. They would continue to seek out the secrets hidden in plain sight, knowing that the knowledge they had gained would shape the future of the world. Buoyed by the revelations of the convergence, Emma, Jack, and Lucas embarked on the next phase of their journey with a newfound sense of purpose and determination. The cosmic energies they had witnessed had imbued them with a deeper understanding of the Seraphim's legacy and the power of the artifacts they sought to protect. Their quest led them to ancient ruins in the heart of the Amazon rainforest, where they uncovered a hidden chamber containing a series of mystical symbols and glyphs. These symbols, they realized, were a key to unlocking the true potential of the artifacts, a language of the cosmos that transcended time and space. With the guidance of the monks' teachings and their own intuition, Emma, Jack, and Lucas deciphered the symbols and unlocked their hidden meanings. They learned that the artifacts were not just relics of a bygone era, but conduits of immense power, gateways to other realms and dimensions beyond human comprehension. Realizing the significance of their discovery, Emma, Jack, and Lucas made preparations to harness the power of the artifacts and fulfill their destiny. They gathered their allies and journeyed to a remote mountaintop, where they would perform the ancient rituals necessary to awaken the artifact's true potential. As they stood at the summit of the mountain, surrounded by the swirling mists and crackling energy of the convergence, Emma, Jack, and Lucas prepared to commune with the cosmic forces that awaited them. With the artifacts in hand, they channeled their energy and focused their intentions, ready to unlock the secrets hidden within. With a surge of power that echoed through the heavens, the artifacts began to resonate with the energy of the convergence. The eye of the serpent glowed with an ethereal light, and the crystal skull hummed with ancient power. As Emma, Jack, and Lucas channeled their energy into the artifacts, they felt a profound connection to the universe itself, a sense of unity and oneness that transcended mortal boundaries. In that moment, they ascended to a higher plane of existence, their consciousness merging with the cosmic energies that surrounded them. They saw visions of distant galaxies and ancient civilizations, their minds expanding to encompass the vastness of the cosmos. With their newfound power, Emma, Jack, and Lucas became guardians of the universe, entrusted with the task of protecting the balance of creation itself. They traveled through the stars, exploring distant worlds and dimensions unknown to mortal beings. Along the way, they encountered beings of light and darkness, ancient guardians, and cosmic forces beyond comprehension. their journey took them to the farthest reaches of existence, where they witnessed wonders beyond imagination and faced challenges that tested their strength and resolve. But through it all, they remained steadfast in their mission, guided by the echoes of the past and the wisdom of the seraphim. As they traversed the cosmos, Emma, Jack, and Lucas became beacons of hope in a universe filled with uncertainty. They used their newfound powers to protect the innocent, thwart the forces of darkness, and preserve the balance of creation. And though their adventures took them to the ends of the universe and beyond, they never forgot the lessons they had learned and the bonds they had forged along the way. For in the end, it was their friendship, their courage, and their unwavering dedication to the greater good that allowed them to ascend to greatness and become legends of the cosmos. As Emma, Jack, and Lucas continued their journey through the cosmos, their exploits became the stuff of legend. Tales of their courage and heroism spread far and wide, inspiring countless beings across the universe to stand up against tyranny and injustice. Their adventures took them to distant galaxies, where they encountered civilizations both ancient and advanced. They learned from wise elders and skilled warriors, honing their skills and expanding their understanding of the universe. But even as they explored the farthest reaches of existence, Emma, Jack, and Lucas never forgot their roots or the legacy of the seraphim. They remained true to their mission, using their powers to protect the innocent and uphold the values of compassion, justice, and unity. Along the way, they encountered remnants of the Brotherhood and other dark forces seeking to exploit the cosmic energies for their own nefarious purposes. With each encounter, they fought valiantly, thwarting the plans of those who sought to disrupt the balance of creation. Their journey also led them to reunite with old allies and forge new friendships across the stars. Together, they formed a coalition of beings dedicated to preserving peace and harmony in the universe, standing as a bulwark against the forces of darkness. But even as they basked in the glory of their achievements, Emma, Jack, and Lucas knew that their journey was far from over. The echoes of the past still whispered to them, guiding them forward on their quest to unlock the true potential of the artifacts and fulfill their destiny. And so, they continued to explore the cosmos, seeking out new challenges and adventures wherever they went. With each passing day, they grew stronger and wiser, their bonds of friendship and camaraderie unbreakable. As they traversed the stars, they became living legends, revered and admired by beings of all races and species. Their names echoed through the halls of history, symbols of hope and inspiration for generations to come. For in the end, it was not the artifacts or the cosmic energies that defined their legacy, but the courage, compassion, and indomitable spirit of three friends who dared to dream of a better world, and were willing to fight for it until the end of time. As time flowed like a river through the cosmos, Emma, Jack, and Lucas embraced their roles as eternal guardians of the universe. Their adventures took them to distant realms and uncharted territories, where they continued to protect the innocent and uphold the values of the seraphim. With each passing eon, their powers grew stronger, their wisdom deeper, and their bond unbreakable. They witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, the birth of stars, and the dance of galaxies across the cosmic tapestry. But amidst the endless expanse of time and space, there were always new challenges to face and adversaries to overcome. Dark forces still lurked in the shadows, seeking to unravel the fabric of reality and plunge the universe into chaos. Yet, Emma, Jack, and Lucas stood firm in their resolve, guided by the echoes of the past and the lessons they had learned on their journey. They wielded their powers with compassion and restraint, using them to protect and nurture life wherever they went. Their adventures became the stuff of legend, whispered in hushed tones by beings across the cosmos. They were revered as symbols of hope and inspiration, beacons of light in a universe teetering on the brink of darkness. But even as they faced new challenges and triumphs, they never forgot their roots or the legacy of the Seraphim. The artifacts they had sought so tirelessly were not just relics of a bygone era, but symbols of the eternal struggle between light and darkness, order and chaos, and so, they continued their quest, seeking out the remnants of the Seraphim's civilization and uncovering the secrets of the universe. They delved into the mysteries of creation, unlocking hidden knowledge and forging new alliances with beings of unimaginable power, but no matter how far they traveled or how many challenges they faced, one thing remained constant: their friendship. Through the trials and tribulations of eternity, Emma, Jack, and Lucas stood by each other's side, their bond unbreakable and their spirits undiminished, and so, they journeyed on, their hearts filled with hope and their souls ablaze with the fire of purpose. For as long as there was light in the universe, they would continue to stand as its guardians, protecting and preserving the legacy of the Seraphim for all eternity. As the ages passed and the stars continued to dance in the cosmic expanse, Emma, Jack, and Lucas embarked on their final journey, a journey beyond the bounds of time and space, to a realm where the echoes of the past and the whispers of the future intertwined. Their destination was a place of infinite possibility, a nexus of realities where the boundaries between worlds blurred and the fabric of existence rippled like water. It was here, in the heart of the multiverse, that they would uncover the ultimate truth behind the Seraphim and their legacy. With the artifacts in hand and their spirits aflame with determination, Emma, Jack, and Lucas traversed the myriad dimensions of the multiverse, their senses attuned to the subtle energies that pulsed and flowed around them. They encountered beings of unimaginable power and wisdom, each offering a piece of the puzzle that would unlock the secrets of the Seraphim. They learned of the Great Convergence, a cosmic event that had shaped the destiny of the universe since time immemorial. Through the swirling mists of time and space, they glimpsed visions of the Seraphim themselves, ethereal beings of light and energy, whose knowledge transcended mortal understanding. They saw how the Seraphim had seeded the cosmos with their wisdom, guiding the evolution of countless civilizations across the stars. But they also learned of the darkness that lurked within the multiverse, a primordial force that sought to devour all creation and plunge the universe into eternal night. It was this darkness that the Seraphim had fought against, wielding the power of the artifacts to hold it at bay. With each revelation, Emma, Jack, and Lucas grew closer to understanding their true purpose and the role they played in the cosmic drama unfolding around them. They realized that they were not just guardians of the artifacts, but custodians of the Seraphim's legacy, a legacy that spanned the breadth of existence itself. And so, with hearts full of courage and minds ablaze with determination, they ventured into the heart of the multiverse, prepared to face whatever challenges lay ahead. For they knew that their journey was not just a quest for knowledge or power, but a quest for the very soul of the universe. As they gazed out into the infinite horizon, Emma, Jack, and Lucas felt a sense of peace wash over them. They knew that no matter what trials awaited them, they would face them together, united in purpose and bound by friendship. And so, with the artifacts in hand and the echoes of the past guiding their way, they stepped boldly into the unknown, ready to write the next chapter in the epic saga of the Seraphim and their eternal legacy.